Hi viewers, welcome to the second video of my YouTube channel, The Sports Punter. So it's just going to be some 25 minutes wherein the match is going to start. So I'm going to go fast with my team strategy for today's Southampton United versus Southampton game. So I've created 11 teams as I've said in the earlier video. So this is to maximize the chances of getting the combinations right. So I have joined in the mega contest in the 33 rupee league. So you can see it on the left hand side. So this is going to be the league, the mega contest wherein the entry will be 33. So it's going to be 33 into 11. So that will be my investment for this match. So so basically what I try to do is try to pull out some key stats for the game between Manchester United and Southampton. So these are the key stats which I found pretty much interesting. United have kept 4 clean sheets out of the last 5 Premier games. So we expect this match to be a match wherein the United score goals, but they keep a clean sheet. And then United have scored 13 goals in the last 5 matches. So that is well known. The front three are firing with Martial and Greenwood striking a lot of goals, and with Fernandes and Pogba back to form. I think this is also going to be a high scoring game with United winning. And if you have a look at the unbeaten streak, United are on an all time high of 17-game unbeaten streak under Ole. So that is one of the key stats. And on the other side, if you see about Southampton, they are undefeated in their last 3 away games. This kind of gives a picture that Southampton are a difficult team to beat in the away games as well. So there is a chance that Southampton might win this. The probability is pretty much less, but still there is certain amount of chance that Southampton end up winning this game. So we have to consider that as well. And Danny Ings, as usual, has been the main goal scorer and the threat for Southampton with 4 goals and assists in his last 5 Premier games. And then one of the most important other stat is Luke Shaw has played around 543 out of 570 minutes. So that means that you have to have Luke Shaw in all the teams because he plays along the wings and he attacks. He has got a lot of chances to assist or score, and also completes a lot of passes. So I think you need to have Luke Shaw in all your teams if you're going to put as many teams. But if you're going to put a single team, obviously is going to be the most important selection because certainly you will keep a clean sheet and then you might score a goal or assist. So considering these things, I have just come out with 11 teams wherein I've split the formation based on the end result of the game. For example, I've just used color code to represent the teams and the type of the game which I'm predicting and the score prediction. So most of the teams, the majority of the teams, I'm going to try and say that Manchester United are going to win this match pretty much easily with a clean sheet, with either a 1-0, 2-0, or a 3-0 wins. So if you have a look at my teams, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T9, and T10, I've gone straight forward for a United victory with a clean sheet. But what I have done is to ensure that I have to put the captain as either Bruno Fernandes or Pogba. In some of the teams, I mixed and matched so that all the 5 players are there. In a few teams, I have just omitted Rashford because he has not been scoring of late. But I've ensured that Martial and Greenwood, Fernandes and Pogba are almost there in all teams. And in a few teams, probably Pogba and Rashford might miss out. But Bruno Fernandes, Martial and Greenwood are there in most of the teams. So that is United winning easily. And since we saw that Southampton have not been defeated in last 3 games in the away and they have also won few, I just going to put a team T6 and T7 wherein I'm going to consider it is going to be a Southampton victory. Let's say a 1-0 victory wherein Danny Ings is going to score, or where Prose is going to assist him, or just reverse the situation wherein wherein Prose is going to score and then Ings is going to assist him. So that is the team that has been set up for T6 and T7. And finally, you have to also consider a 1-1 draw wherein the top scorer from each of the team scores. Bruno has been in great form, Ings has been in great form. So there might be a situation wherein they each one of them score and then the match ends up in a draw, 1-1 draw. So that's wherein I have considered the team 8, T8 to be a 1-1 draw. So I have created a team based on that. And finally, the most unlikeliest thing of I think this is one of the most important thing. You might feel that this cannot be a nil all because both of the teams are attacking teams, and one of the team goes in a counter-attacking mode, the other team presses like anything. So there is going to be a flurry of goals, but there is a probability that a very small probability. So that's wherein we need to play. We are going to try to split the probabilities and try to set the team accordingly. So we have to set one team for a nil all draw as well. So in this T11, I'm going to set up five defenders. I think you might think I'm crazy, but there is a chance because this nil all score no one is going to predict. And even if somebody is going to predict that, it is going to be very low, probably 100 out of the 2 lakhs people, or let's say 100 out of the 40,000 people are going to predict it's going to be a nil draw. So that's why in T11, if you have a look, I've just set up a team for a nil draw with Harry Maguire as captain and Lindelof as vice captain. That's because the center backs usually complete a lot of passes amongst them, and if they get the clean sheet, that's going to be number of passes with clean sheet. And with the assumption that no one is going to score in the front, I have put Matic, a defensive midfielder, who is going to give a lot of passes. And here I'm going to consider Romo, who is going to be a defensive midfielder as well, who is going to create a lot of passes, but it will not be attacking. It's just number of passes, and you'll get more points. So this is one of the key teams I'm going to put. Even though it's going to be very unlikely you're going to lose the entire money, but still you are going to try to put a team for a nil draw. So that's a strategy out there. And as said earlier, I have put the other teams as well based on whatever we have discussed earlier. So I'll just go through the teams one by one for you to have a look at. This is the T1 team, the 3-4-3 combination, wherein 3-5-2 combination, wherein I'm predicting that Fernandes and Pogba will both score, with United winning 2-0 or 3-0, with Fernandes scoring and assisting, and Pogba probably scoring one, and either one of Martial or Greenwood assisting. So this will be my team one. Similarly, if you have a look at team two, what I have done is I've just interchanged a few players for the sake of just ensuring that they start in one of my teams. So I've just interchanged a few players like Ramo or someone like that, and I've still kept Fernandez as captain and Pogba as vice captain. So this is going to be my T2 team, almost a similar with that of T1, and mostly it will be 7 United and then 4 Southampton players. So due to lack of time, I'm just scrolling through the different kinds of teams, and I'm trying to show you the different team. The T11 was already a different team, and then I'm going to take the T6 team wherein I think Southampton is going to win. So I've just loaded the team with 7 Southampton players and just six Southampton players and 5 United players, and I've kept Ward-Prowse as the captain and Ings as vice captain. So considering that it'll be a 1-0 win for Southampton, with Ings assisting and Ward-Prowse scoring. And in T7, I've just reversed this combination and kept Ings as my captain and Ward-Prowse as vice captain, so that it covers the scenario. And for the rest of the United winning teams, I've ensured that in few teams, all the five play, like say Pogba, Fernandes, Rashford, Greenwood, and Martial, so that you get all the goal scorers in your team. So the main objective is to ensure that all the goal scorers and the assist creators are there in your team. And if you're able to do that and at least have the most significant scoring guy as the captain, I think you've got a good chance to win. So that's the idea behind setting up such a team. So now that we are all have set up the team, we will just go directly into the game. Just 15 minutes there for the game to start. So I'll be posting this video, and tomorrow we'll be having an introspective session on how the match went and what went wrong, and try to compare our team and where we missed something or I didn't foresee something else. But for now, I've foreseen all the possibilities, like United going for a rampaging win with scoring a lot of goals and keeping a clean sheet. And I've covered the scenario wherein it might be a win for Southampton. So I've got two scenarios and two teams set up for that. And the next scenario is probably a 1-0 draw, wherein the top scorers score, let's say Ings and Prowse for that matter score, and the game ends up in a draw. And finally, the least possible scenario of a nil-all draw, because both are attacking teams, but still we are trying to bet for a nil-all draw. So that's the beauty of the game. All these combinations can go for a toss, and you can have somebody like, say, a midfielder whom you have not taken. For example, Matic in this case can come out and score the winner, and it can be a 1-0 win for him. But that is less likely to happen. So if that is going to happen, a person who has put Matic as captain is going to win. But I think that will be most unlikely. If you want to bet like that, probably you can try as well by putting a defensive midfielder as a captain. But as of today, I just feel that United will just win this game by scoring 3 to 4 goals, or at max, at minimum, 2 goals at least. So I think that will be the most likely outcome. So, but we are all set up for different scenarios. Let's wait and watch like how the game goes about. And I will meet you in tomorrow's retrospective video, wherein I will analyze the results and try to see which of the teams went well, or which of the teams were gone absolutely wrong, and what better we could have done to win this game, and try to take cue from the winner, like what team he had set up and the rationale behind that and how he succeeded. So we'll look at those things tomorrow, but as of now, it's time to enjoy the game between United and Southampton, and hopefully before the game starts you'll be able to load your team and then watch the game and enjoy it like anything. Thank you very much.